Really smart crowd here. Okay, where?
Caribbean.
Yeah, what part of the Caribbean?
I have been there.
Wow. She's been to St Kitts and Nevis. My office were calling it St Kitts and Neville for a full week. And we couldn't find Neville anywhere. Yeah, it's a tiny island in the Eastern Caribbean, population of about 50,000. And it was a meeting of what's called CARICOM, the foreign ministers of the Caribbean states. And the foreign minister of Haiti was there. And so what he says to me following the Haiti earthquake, which was an appalling natural disaster, was, "Thank you." I said, "Well, we're not the biggest contributors." He said, "No, but guess what? You're the only one who's paid in full and on time." It's a pretty big thing. It goes to the credibility of being Australian, and that is, we do that which we say. So we offered $30 million for the Haiti earthquake appeal, and all that is being delivered through organisations like the ICRC and others. And when I went to the International Donor Conference on this in New York at the UN General Assembly last September, the chairman of the conference stands up and says, "I'd like to congratulate Australia." This is with every other major donor in the room. "You're the only one who's paid your money." Pretty interesting, isn't it? But the only reason we can do that is because epics like yours have made it possible for us to make that contribution. Last example is just closer to home, and the stories I now get out of PNG in the South Pacific about 900,000 kids who have received vaccinations in PNG because of us. The fact that in the South Pacific we now have hundreds of thousands of kids who can go to school because we are reducing, in some cases abolishing, school fees. These are very good stories close to home. But why is that possible? We don't have the money to do it. We're going to have more money to do it in the future as well. So we've got to be there, doing the right thing, making sure it's effective and achieving the results that we set out to achieve. But none of that's possible unless the physical resources are there to make it happen. So I conclude where I began. Thank you for being such huge collective pains in the arse over the last 5 years, prodding the political consciousness of the nation, prodding individual politicians, harassing people like me, and harassing everyone else around the country, whatever their politics are, so that we awaken the best angels in our human nature and become proud of what we can do in the nation to help others have opportunities such as we now enjoy in this country. In other words, you have made a difference. Thank you.